Hello, and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. So today we're still on stage 13320, and I'm hoping that this episode sounds a little bit better. I did a lot of experimentation with my microphone. I guess I didn't realize the innate advantages of having a headphone microphone combination versus a desktop microphone in terms of how things need to be positioned and stuff like that to make things sound better. So hopefully this time I finally get it right, but it's all experimentation. Part of the problem was I was not doing a good enough mic test when I started, so I've enhanced that a little bit too. That said, let's get on with the castle. So I did look at my alt account today. I made sure to look before this video, and my alt account got super lucky again today and is at 77. And they're a day behind. So I'm actually, so right now, they're at 77, which is where I'm at with 71. So I have either had terrible luck or they've had great luck. Let's see how it goes. So, I'm behind. I'm officially behind my alt account. I give up. I thought for sure I would beat the alt account, if only because of, I was a day ahead. It looks like, unless something dramatic happens, the alt account is going to win. That said, 15 days, we can hopefully get this in 4 days or less. So today is actually my Tuesday. So hopefully by this weekend, I will finally have Sky Castle 3 and we can start pushing. That said, I won't push until I do a full King's Ruins, because I'm actually planning a compilation video of comparing my alt account and they're going to do King's Ruins, and I'm going to record it. It's going to take like 7 minutes. I'm going to do that, a picture-in-picture of that, with my main account doing 13,320. And then when I finally push past 13,322, I think I'm going to stop at 15,385. I will then do the 15,385 will be the big picture. I will have the 13,320 in the bottom left corner, the alt account in the bottom right, and I'm gonna make one giant video showing all three of the King's Ruins, at the same time, so you can just see how much longer the regular one takes. That's probably going to take me a extremely long time to encode, because whenever I've done like picture-in-picture, it takes forever. But that is a plan, and I'm going to do that at some point. Okay, that said, that was quite a long intro. Let's get started. And today is the dragon, so this is going to be a 20 expedition day. And again, the way I did this was I bought 5 tickets on the day of the wolf. I did 10 expeditions on the day of the wolf, bought the 5 extra tickets, and just waited until it was day of the dragon, which is today. All right. So, and I do need to make a separate standalone video on that at some point. I probably should have made it before this one. I guess I'll have to wait a couple days. Literally. Alright, so nothing so far. But that's fine. Oh, yay, Logan. Just what I wanted to see. I can't believe ooh, hero seals. That'll be nice, maybe. I can't believe I didn't think of this until now. But again, it didn't matter too much, but I should have been doing it all along. Hopefully when you see this, you'll also start doing it. It's mostly because weapon stuff is so much more valuable than armor stuff. So weapon stones, weapon shining scrolls, and shining weapon stones are so, because the arrow and the bow get so much more attack power than than any piece of the armor. Honestly, they probably should have been equivalent, so it wouldn't have mattered. But here we are. Because again, it wouldn't, I guess it would have mattered a little bit because there's twice as many pieces. But I'd rather them have the same scaling with plus to skills. Plus, the plus, but whatever. Not my call. If it was my call, there would be a lot of things that were done differently in this game. Number one would be King's Ruins would not take nearly as long. That to me, if I was the developer, that would be the most punishing question I would have on my mind every day is how to shorten King's Ruins, and I already have a solution. To me, the solution is extremely simple. It wouldn't even affect the balance of the game, but it would need to be tested. My solution is after a minute, and we're going to chase those shining scrolls and maybe get them this time. Hold on. And we're not going to get them, but at least we got the hero seals. Is that after 1 minute of in-game time, which is a half a minute if you have it sped up, both sides do double damage. That means, and this includes Sophia. So Sophia has to heal for double. Aisha has to heal for double. That's another thing. I wouldn't have made healing like based off of base attack only. I would have just had healing based off the full value no matter what, and just balance it around that. That's another discussion. But both sides get double attack. So Sophia will heal for double. The supports will do double damage. And the enemies will do double damage. This does what this would mean is that at that point in the game, it's like going to 4x speed without going to 4x speed. It's not quite equivalent because 4x speed you would still have twice as much crowd control. Sophia would heal twice as much. There'd be a little more nuance with that. But to me, it's close enough to 4x speed that it shouldn't be a big deal, you know? And again, they would have to test it. Maybe doubling it is a little too much or maybe too little. Maybe it should go up 3 times. I don't know. But that's how I would fix King's Ruin. And with that fix in place, it would make everything so much better. Oh, let's get our chests. And the reason I say this is because I think it's a detriment to your player base to have an event like that just take so long. I don't know anybody that enjoys doing King's Ruins when it takes 2 hours a day. The second thing I would do in King's Ruin, it gives you the option to use your medals. What the medals would do is just automatically advance you to the next stage in King's Ruin. And that's it. So you could at least automate doing King's Ruins if you wanted to. Now, some people will say that destroys the strategic element, but realistically, the way you're supposed to approach King's Ruins anyways, is you're supposed to go, oh, very nice, another shining weapon stone. You are supposed to attack until you die anyways. And at that point, of course, the medals wouldn't do anything. It'd bring you back to it'd stop right there, it'd say you lost, and then you'd have to come out, heal your castle, and continue on. But that's how you would play King's Ruins normally. There's no benefit to pre-healing the castle. You go until you lose, and then you get less monsters. I mean, you see me do that all the time. Now, this is something I've been neglecting to do, so we're going to do it today. I didn't even realize I had so many of these until I looked today. I'm like, wow, I got 26 of these. I've been slacking. But again, those would be what I would consider 2 extremely simple fixes to King's Ruins to implement. Again, I will say obviously they need to be tested, right? You can't just double everybody's attack without testing it. They would need to test to make sure Sophia's heal was double. They'd need to test to make sure, that Aisha's heal was doubled. They'd need to test all those little things. And again, I wouldn't advocate for this for the normal game. Because again, we're trying to fix King's Ruins specifically. If they tried it in King's Ruins and they liked it well enough, I would apply it to the rest of the game too. I feel like stages should not take 15 minutes. I would say 5 minutes should be the upper limit. And with my system, after 1 minute you're doing double damage, 2 minutes you're doing 4x damage, 3 minutes you'd be doing 8x damage, 4 minutes you'd be doing 16x damage, 5 minutes you'd be doing 32x damage, both sides. At some point, you're going to get to the point where basically the castle's just going to get one shot. Or the castle's going to get damaged so much before Sophie can heal it again. Which I feel is an acceptable compromise, assuming it's tuned correctly. I also feel like they could just reduce the health of some of the monsters from you know, shift some of the health to damage. I feel like they have erred on the side of making monsters really tanky and simply not doing enough damage. I feel like they definitely need to kind of swing the pendulum the other way and simply make the monsters do more damage. The threat should be the damage the monsters do, not the fact that we can hit them and hit them and hit them and hit them, and nothing happens until magically they go berserk and beat us. That to me is not good game design. We got a lot of plus to arrow. That's really good. Oh, and for people that keep asking, like, why hasn't there been an update to the game? From what I understand, Korea has summer vacation, and it starts between the middle of July, and it can run for about a month. It varies between company to company, and they likely would stagger people, so the entire team isn't off at once. So they're on summer vacation right now, and that's why there's no updates. I guarantee you they didn't want to put an update out right before summer vacation, because if the update didn't work, like we saw with 1.27 introducing bugs that it took until 1.29 fixed, then who's going to want to do that right before vacation? I have some experience with software engineering, and like the last thing you want to do before something like that, an event like that in your company, like a great example for the American audience is generally between Thanksgiving and Christmas. What you don't want to do during that time is do a major software release, unless you want to ruin everybody's holiday. Now, sometimes the ruination will be for like a week or two, but I have seen it go on for as long as multiple months. So, again, that's why now with multiple months, there's nothing you can do. If you're going to ruin everybody's lives for multiple months, there's really not a lot you can do to mitigate that. And very nice, we did get all that done. So we're up to 227 gloves and a 305 bow. I really hope they remove that. The second thing I would do is remove that animation. Well, not remove it. I'm sorry, make it skippable. There's nothing wrong with the animation in and of itself, but there's no reason it can't be skipped. Alright, that said, we'll go to the fountain first. And we're only looking for 4-star heroes here. I actually say that not only for you, but for me to remind myself. Because oh, shit! You saw it, didn't you? I missed Thor. He was right there. I get click happy. I was telling you a story. And it was 5 Thor, too. I mean, it's fine. I probably have more than... I think Thor I have the most of, but it's still, I should be paying attention. I should definitely be paying attention. And that was a sign of me not paying as much attention and not taking as much care as I should. Oh well. Live and learn, right? And we start off with Adrian and Harold, so that's a good start. Wait, before we do anything... How many? Well, I have 4,174. I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be alright. And for people that ask me, how did I get so many rubies? I just play the game. And I don't spend my rubies. Like, if you watch my videos, you see I'm extremely conservative with how I spend my rubies. And nice, we pull Roderick and we get Camilla, but we're really looking for the Viking chick. The Viking chick is who we need to see. But I'm just extremely conservative with my rubies. And there was Vincent. And Sophia. And we do it. We pull the Viking chick. That's what I want to see. And then Harold and Sophia. Okay. So now we need 500 more, 517 more of the Viking chick. Okay. We're getting so close. And we pull Lucas and Daniel. Come on. But I really want to see more Viking chick. Please. We're getting so close, Viking chick. I would love to complete you. And Lucas. And Lucas again. And I think I'm getting stuttering again, and I don't know why. I made sure to turn everything off. We get Marion and Christian. And Gabriel. Very nice. And Marion again. I'll have to see. I don't think it's that bad. And Roderick. And Adrian twice. And Roderick again. And Sophia snuck in there at the end. And we pull Harold, and there it is. There's the Viking chick. So we're almost down to 500 or less. I think it's 505 we need now. And there's Vincent. Come on, we need more Viking chick. That was actually, we actually had a lot of summons today. That was 1,500 summons. Or 1,500 seals, not 50. At 1,500 summons, I better hope I get the last 500 of her. And there's Gabriel. At least I didn't miss the Viking chick on when I was skipping through the buy thing. And there's Daniel. And we pull Lucas. Very nice. Oh, Vincent. We pull Vincent. No more Viking. Oh, we pulled Lucas again. I think we pulled him twice? Or 3 times? Why couldn't we pull the Viking chick like that? Alright, and we end up with Roderick and Camila. So, yeah, we're not enough to promote, that's for sure. But we did get 120. And again, we need 365 to finish the deal. So, we're at 505 to go. 365. I meant 625. I get 365. Whatever. I knew what I meant in my head, right? 325. Oh wait, no, it's 335. My bad. So 515 to go. That said, we will be leveling her. So let's get her up to 6,000. And there we go. She's now 6,000. So, we'll do Thor. Thor, you get to be next. We're going to get Thor up to 6,000 too. Then Julian. Then Daniel. And finally Brian. And then we'll work on getting everybody, I guess, to 6,500, etc., etc. That does mean we're going to have to also get Camila to 6,500 because she will be joining the team at some point. Alright, now, the last thing to do is Sophia's runes. Well, not the last, but almost last. How about that? So we are still trying to get these attack runes. Oh, up to 12. Oh, okay, well. I hope I didn't... No, I didn't spend rubies. I hate that there's no pop-up here. I would like a pop-up here to not spend rubies by mistake. I probably should write them about that. Okay, here we are. Will we get lucky? Duh. Defeated again. I think that's 3 in a row. And we didn't get enough of this to try. So, we are donezo. And finally, let's level up the castle. Oh, we're up to 10 million now. I didn't notice that it's finally costing 10 million a level now. So we're going to get fewer and fewer levels. 52,884. That said, once again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, please say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.